Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Lunacid. In case you're not familiar with this game, this is a first-person dungeon crawler that, well, obviously has very PS1 era inspired graphics, and that is not by chance. In fact, it says so right in the description for the game, the official description, completely unapologetically. This is inspired by the FROMSOFT classics Kingsfield, the Kingsfield series, and Shadow Tower, which I love. Well, Kingsfield more so than Shadow Tower, even though I appreciate what they were going for with that game. But yeah, I particularly am really fond of Kingsfield 4, The Ancient City, which is not for PS1 but for PS2, quite a bit more modern and definitely way more enjoyable from a modern perspective. But I do appreciate the older games for what they are, and this is supposed to be very much in the same vein. So I'm very excited to see what this is all going to be about. It does have pretty positive reviews, very positive reviews, and I've heard lots of good things about it. What little I've seen, mostly just screenshots, immediately spoke to me. I don't know, there's just something charming about this kind of presentation. Part of that is probably nostalgia, because I partially grew up with PS1 games, but I don't know, I feel like this lo-fi 3D style, when done well, can work really, really well. So yeah, I'm going into this completely blind, and honestly, I was surprised when I first saw this title screen with the VHS tapes there, suggesting a more modern setting than I expected. I thought this was more traditionally, a more traditional fantasy kind of setting, but we'll see. Press start, or I guess the A button in this case. I hope audio balance is going to be fine. I only briefly started up the game before, didn't do any extensive testing. Let's see, options. Not a lot of options here right off the bat. Midnight is static. Oh, I see. VHS. I mean, that's weird. PSX is just even lower res, I guess? Vaporwave? Yeah. Who would want to play the game looking like this? I don't know, man. Silent is just very grainy. Clean? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Midnight. Interestingly, what's missing is what you often see, the like CRT mode, where it's you got the scan lines, and sometimes the entire image is like rounded at the edges or things like that. I don't typically go for those kinds of filters, because while I am somewhat nostalgic about the games of the era, I'm not necessarily about nostalgic about the technical limitations, and I do like my graphics nice and crisp, even if they're low res and low-fi. So I'm just gonna go with the standard here. Midnight seems just a little bit darker and maybe more bluish, purplish than clear or clean, but this seems fine to me. Quality, lowest, low, and normal. Oh dear. I mean, let's go with normal then. I guess that's all the fidelity that we get. Full screen, yes, please. Resolution should be fine, looks fine. Okay, back, play. So I just started the game real quick for testing purposes, because there was actually one thing I needed to fix, but I did fix that, a technical thing. So we'll just delete that one. Yes, and just start over new. Got the titular moon, Luna. Although I wonder if it's more about lunacy or Luna itself. And acid, I guess? Lunacid? Or Lunacid? Lunacid. Not actually sure what the title refers to, or if we're gonna learn as the game goes on. Great beast jumps out of the ocean. A fish dragon.
Long ago, a great beast came from the sea and brought with it a poisonous fog that spread across the earth. Corrupting everything it reached, the poison fog slowly transformed the world and brought about a new age. Now, grounded by the poison sky and outnumbered by creatures, humankind became desperate and formed feudal kingdoms. Closed off from each other, they became paranoid and are on the brink of extinction. Those deemed undesirable, such as criminals or the ill, are cast out, banished into the depths of the Great Well, a pit of the diseased and undead. The Great Well is said to have but one door to the surface.
Nice. Even this intro is so retro. I love it. Everything, like the basic premise, the way it's read, somehow really captures the style that they were going for. And obviously there's also something very FROMSOFT, something very, very Dark Souls about this whole thing. Right. And I guess while we technically started out, I mean, this is technically post-apocalypse, right? Even if the apocalypse wasn't caused by humans, for a change, but came from outside. Wretched thief. Thinking of stealing your life back? You belong to the depths now. The Great Well, was it? Oh, brutal. Off with you. Damn, I mean... I guess we're gonna be playing a one-handed guy. If that was us. Not entirely sure, actually. I've not spent enough time with the game yet to know that. Ah, right. Character creation. So, I mean, you already saw my first character, I suppose. I'm gonna go with my default name again. Why not? No. So start is not confirmed, but enters in a letter. Good to know. Beauty. That's interesting. There are many interesting things about this. So first of all, you start out as the thief. That's the default class. I suppose that makes sense because at least it's said that it's at least partially criminals, but also the diseased, I guess, that get banished to the well. But I mean, who's considered a criminal by a society can kind of vary, right? But okay. We are a thief, a hidden figure from a faraway land cast into the well for their crimes. They begin with little but are adept at finding lost treasure. I do like that part, assuming that is actually true. I mean, the attributes are completely balanced, 5 in everything, so this seems to be the most, well, almost the most blank slate character, as we'll see. Yeah, I do find it interesting that it doesn't say portrait choice or anything, it says choose your beauty. I guess we don't really know how beautiful this person is. I'm gonna say this person is not very beautiful, but to each their own, I guess. I mean, for a thief... I'm really not quite sure what to make of this image here. I guess I did go with this one because I find that helmet design kind of interesting, even if it's maybe not the most thief-like. But I argued that, you know, a thief would probably just salvage whatever they can find, and, you know, take whatever old armor they find lying around or on some unfortunate corpse, and thus, you know, not worry too much about what they're using. I don't know. I kind of like this portrait. I like her portrait as well. Demon girl, apparently. Maybe not so fitting. I don't know. I guess I could make it fit, but nah. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. With the blindfold seems kind of impractical, but who knows? This is probably the most thief-like looking character, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of how he looks. Sorry. This is very Dark Souls. This is very lich. External images. Don't have any of those. Yeah, this vampire-looking guy, or girl, I suppose. Some of them are somewhat ambiguous, and that's, I guess, completely by design. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna still roll with this one. Class Thief. Well, we're going to go over the classes real quick, but that's what I decided on. And I guess that's what I'm going to stick with. Just because it's the... Well, I do like the adept at finding lost treasure line there. I'm hoping that's actually true, that we do have that inherent ability somehow. Yeah, since I'm not... I don't know how the game is going to work, how exactly combat is going to work, and what is important and what isn't, how powerful magic is and all that, you know, I'm just going to go with a character who can develop in any direction, basically. And if we also find more treasure along the way, even better. Otherwise, we could be a knight, a valiant warrior, steadfast and determined, albeit lost without a king. They excel at combat and find glory in violence. I mean, that's maybe one of the easier characters to start with. You know, he's already good at fighting. He has more than twice our hit points. He starts at level 10, so that's a very Souls-like system where not every class starts at the same level, and, you know, stat distribution is different. Obviously very strong and defensive, pretty resilient, resistant, presumably, I don't know. I mean, I guess we have strength, defense, speed, dexterity, intelligence, and, well, resistance, maybe, as well as hit points and MP. We can be a witch, technically a cunning magic user with a penchant for the dark. They thrive with the waxing of the moon and feed off their own lunacy. So, yeah, lunacy and moon phases apparently are a thing. Again, no idea how that plays in, how much of a role that plays, how that will actually work in terms of game mechanics, so not sure about starting with this class. Could be interesting though. I don't know, I like the sound of it, but again, not sure how that's gonna work. We can actually be a vampire, a bloodthirsty creature of the night awakened by hunger. They are replenished by the shedding of blood, but weakened from fire. Replenished by the shedding of blood, so I guess you can heal in combat, but how much combat is there even gonna be? I don't know. This could be a game where you're doing a lot more exploring than actual fighting, and maybe you're encouraged to actually avoid combat, for all I know. I don't know. Again, sounds interesting, but weakened from fire? I don't know how much of a problem that's gonna be. I suppose it's... Well, I guess in that case, thinking about it, looking at those elemental resistances down there, assuming that's what those are. I guess they are not actually resistance, but they're how much damage you take from each type, so they just take 50% extra fire damage, but they only take 25%, I guess, dark damage or whatever. 200% light damage, I suppose that also makes sense. Oh, the undead. Even weaker to fire, apparently. Huh. A discarded corpse, unwanted by the world above, yet highly resistant and stubborn. Well, highly resistant to everything except fire and light. A royal. A child of noble birth, inexperienced but well-equipped, otherwise their lineage the lineage foretelling of importance. Let me try that again. Inexperienced but well-equipped otherwise, the lineage foretelling of importance. There we go. Level 6. Not particularly great at anything. Well-equipped. I mean, I suppose, honestly, this kind of seems like the Thief, except with better starting equipment. Stats are pretty much, you know, very much the same. Cleric. A nurturing healer on a pilgrimage to help those who are lost in the Great Well. They put others first, for better or worse. Well, so long as they can heal themselves, I guess that would still work. This is definitely not a party-based game. Shinobi. A silent deadly shadow sent into the well to assassinate. They care not for the corpses left behind, only those ahead. Okay, yeah, looks pretty decent. More focused on speed and dexterity, makes sense. And then finally we have the Forsaken. The, I guess, naked guy. Naked guy with a club. A waste of flesh, notable for nothing less the dust it leaves behind. They have nothing to lose, driven forward only by self-loathing. Level 1, and stats everything at 1. Yeah, and 28 HP, okay. Yeah, I didn't even see that before. That alone should discourage anyone from playing this class, except for, specifically for a challenge run. So yeah, that's definitely out of the question. Anyway, let's just go with Thief. And then we have the pronouns, which is, you know, kind of a modern thing. Also, it's so modern, in fact, that I am unfamiliar with at least half of these choices. I don't know if they're actually real or or just, I don't know, jokes. I'm guessing they're actually real, and I'm just not, I don't know, not up to date with these, as far as these things go. Like, I've never heard of these choices. I've heard of that. I'm gonna go with just a boring old he, they, I suppose. Or, wait, actually, do we have he, him? Yeah, why not he, him? Sorry, I'm just basic like that. Finalize, yes. And just 15 minutes in, we're actually starting the game. Is that our hand? Hello? Hollow Basin? Wait, are we the hand, actually? No way, right? Wait, are we the hand? No. We seem to be too tall as far as the camera perspective goes, right? But it did show the hand right here, now it's not there. I can jump, though. Obviously, I can't really see myself. Okay, so, yeah, I can look around with the camera. I can look around with the camera, yeah, right. With the right stick, move with the left stick, pretty standard stuff. No buttons do anything except for A to jump and Y to produce this error sound of some sort. We do have a menu, though, so let's look at that. We have health, mana, we have lunacy, right, okay, so that's definitely a thing. I wonder if that lunar phase that it shows there by the timer is also, if that's actually tracking the lunar phase, or if that's just a static image. I guess we will see as the game goes on. Level 5 Thief. Right, level 5, 0% XP, no silver. There's our stats. And we have no weapons. Right, otherwise one of the buttons would probably attack. No magic rings. No quick items. Ah, right, game manual. Oh, that's so cool. I only briefly looked at this, but I'm definitely going to take a closer look. And we do have more options here, thankfully, because when I first started the game, there was some significant screen tearing, and I did not see any option to activate VSync. But as it turns out, when you click on more, and you switch on, or rather you switch off FPS cap, for some reason that does not what it says it does. It does not, well, uncap FPS, but instead it actually activates VSync. Thankfully, a quick Google told me that, or else I probably would not have figured that out. But yeah, glad I was able to fix that. Legacy mode uses tank controls. Oh no. The speed stat determines turning speed. That's interesting. Player speed is halved, melee weapon hitboxes are 3 times bigger. I guess that's probably necessary because, well, we'll see. Meant for controller will be weird and experimental. I have to try that. Oh god. Yeah, so the right stick looks up and down, but it cannot turn left and right. Oh my god. Instead, the left stick turns, yeah, and moves back and forth. Oh, that's so weird. Other buttons still don't do anything. You can still jump. Oh god, this is so weird. Jesus. Honestly, they should have gone all the way, all in and made it so you can only turn the camera, move the camera at all with the shoulder buttons. And move with the D-pad, which does not actually do anything. Okay, let's immediately switch that off. That's awful. That is a relic of the past that we do not have to reanimate. Player speed cap off. I don't know how much of a role that's gonna play. Screen shake, we want that, I guess. Interesting that difficulty defaults to like a third of the way along this bar. I'm gonna go with that. Footsteps based on class. Ooh, wait, what? Why does that change difficulty in screen shake? Wait, no, difficulty stayed the same, I guess, but screen shake was reduced? I don't know where that was before. Interesting. Show HUD, yes. NPC health, sure. Always run, yes, please. Compass style, no compass. That's the default, so I'm gonna go with it. Options are simple, king, and none. Huh. Okay, otherwise, we could switch, change the view bob and the FOV, invert controls, left, right hand, right. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess your character is right-handed, or you can switch which-handed he is. And that determines where would want to put your weapon. Interesting stuff. Quality normal, yes. Okay. I think we're finally good to go. Oh, that is to say... Well, first of all, okay, we have items. Currently, everything's empty. But we also have the game manual, an in-game game manual. That's so cool. Right, contents. Control, story, creation, starting classes, combat, magic and lunacy. Leveling, status effects, elements, NPCs, alchemy, credits. Thank you for purchasing the Lunacid software. Please glance through this manual before playing, especially the operation and safety precautions. I will say that smaller text is definitely a little bit tough to read here. Kind of wish there was a way to zoom in or something. I mean, there is no reason why the manual should be as low res as the rest of the game, right? But okay, controls. Right thumbstick, left thumbstick. Right trigger to attack, left trigger to block. I guess it would be reversed in left-handed mode. Button south to jump. Button east. Wow, I don't know that I've ever seen it labeled like that, but I guess it makes sense. Because it would apply to any kind of controller, whatever you're using. Huh. Select, open close menu. Right. Left bumper, left magic, right magic, okay. Button north to swap weapon, that's the arrow message. West to interact with. So east to run and walk, but that's automatic. I see, so I don't actually have to worry about that. And west to interact, okay. Cool. D-pad up to use quick item, D-pad left, right to swap items. 2 times tap, shift plus move backwards for a 180 turn, but... Does that work on controller? A quick 180, that would be useful, I guess? Story. Long ago, a great beast came from the seas. This is literally the same as the intro sequence. And spread a poisonous fog across the earth. This event transformed the world into a new age, an age of magic, but also an age of death. No, it's not quite the same, is it? Creatures and abominations came from the fog. Silver liquid fell from the moon and made a deep passage into the earth. As humans became destitute, having fought and lost to creatures throughout the many years, they created the Great Well, a series of pits and tunnels carved out by the silver moonlight. And into the sunken heap, they banished the abominations, creatures, and anything else undesirable. A simple thief, one who would steal back their life, has just been thrown into this strange underworld. I wonder if it would say something other than a thief there if I had chosen a different starting class. But I guess the thief is the default. Creation. Your avatar in this world maybe as temporary visage in a dream, right? But requires conviction nonetheless. Using the character creation mode menu. Oh, this is, yeah, not the easiest thing to read. Oh god, hold on. I was just trying to see if there was a way to zoom in or anything, but nope, doesn't seem like it. The name, appearance, custom PNG. Yep, preferred pronouns rather. You must choose a class which will determine your avatar's base stats, elemental resistances, footsteps, and unique gameplay aspects detailed in the next page. Ah, right. Thief. Yeah. Okay, these descriptions seem to be the exact same as we saw during creation. Combat. Combat consists of attacking, blocking, and magic. Use each often to your advantage. Attack with a weapon by simply holding the attack button and release. Oh, hold and release, huh? The further the power bar is charged, the more damage the attack will do, with a full charge resulting in a large damage bonus. Block with a melee weapon by pressing the block button. You will take less damage while blocking, depending on your weapon's stats, though typically you will take half damage. Okay? So if possible, try just avoiding attacks. The power bar fills as you charge your weapon, yes. Magic and lunacy. The land is rife with various spells, each inscribed on rings that the player must equip to use. So that seems inspired by another FROMSOFT title. That bears many similarities to the Kingsfield series. It's named Eternal Ring. It's definitely a bit of a rough game, but I played that. It's actually one of my first PS2 games that I ever played. It's also one of the first PS2 games to ever come out, I think. It's definitely a very early PS2 game, and, you know, it looks that way. It's yeah, it's a bit rough. But I do like it. The spell, right? Anyway, yes. Each inscribed on rings that the player must equip to use. The spell is cast by holding and releasing the appropriate cast button. The spell will also need either mana or blood, depending on the type of spell. Mana is recharged by interacting with the crystal menu. Blood is regained naturally, and by a crystal menu. Crystal menu, huh? Okay. Casting spells will also cause lunacy, dependent on the caster's maximum mana, spell cost, and the real-world lunar cycle. The real-world lunar cycle? What? That is wild. Huh. Lunacy causes more damage to be inflicted, both by the player's spells and by creatures. It will also increase XP gained. Okay, a risk-reward kind of thing. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Leveling. Killing enemies grants XP, displayed in percentage on the status screen. At 100 or more XP, you can level up your various stats at a crystal menu. Weapon XP. Oh, some weapons can be leveled up into better ones by inflicting damage to monsters and breakables. I love that. I already love that. To level up a weapon when it's ready, you must take it to a smith's grave. Huh, okay. Status effects. Various ailments can assault you in the depths. Take care. Bleeding. Blood begins to spill if damage is received before the blood is replenished. Wait, what? Then the player's health will... Blood begins to spill. Period, I suppose, even though I can't see one. If damage is received before the blood is replenished, then the player's health will lower to the point of blood loss. Okay. Though the ailment is not fatal on its own. Right, okay. Interesting. Poison, constant damage over time based on a percentage of the player's maximum health. Take care not to let it linger. Curse. A magical curse restricts the player's actions. Attacking will be impossible until the curse is lifted. Yeah, that's straight from Kingsfield, I think. Blindness. A darkening of the eyes. Extra light sources such as torches will be useless as the darkness grows within you. Slowness. A paralytic haze, which slows you down considerably. Some foes rely not on speed, but seek to lower their victims instead. Makes sense. Mana drain, a sapping of one's magical power, much like a poison, but only of the mind. XP drain, oh, I hate that. Direct withdrawal of your life and memories, only observed around followers of the corrupted Golden Lands. Huh. Not inflicted by undead, like you would expect, perhaps. Raising one's resistance stat will cause all status effects to wane quicker. So that suggests that they will all eventually fade on their own. I would hope so, but we'll see, I guess. Elements, 6 different element types. Normal, poison, fire, light, ice, and dark, yeah. Figured as much. They're all pretty straightforward, I guess. Enemies will have varying resistances to certain elements, as well as you will, depending on your class. Some rare weapons and spells can even use multiple elements. Interesting. NPCs. Not all NPCs are hostile. That's good. Many discarded souls have found their way into the Great Well over the years. While many became feral ghouls or aggressive creatures, some of the powerful have kept their sanity and altruistic nature. Some can be talked to and may offer aid, items, or services, while others may be docile creatures. Alright, looking forward to meeting those. Alchemy. Across your journey, you will come across material items. These can be used with alchemy to create potions or items. If you find an alchemist, then you should try combining what you have on the 3 dials. As you place items into the mix, only viable mixtures or identical materials will appear selectable. Okay, good. So I guess that means it won't let me just waste items on random combinations that won't produce anything useful. Oh dear. Credits! Design program Akuma Kira. Okay, character art by Fasta. I mean, feel free to read these credits, which are much more readable than everything else in the manual. I guess they made sure that their names would be readable. Fair enough. Wow. Well, that's Great. Sorry that we were literally standing around in the starting position for half an hour. Well, actually only 15 minutes, because that's how long it took me to even get into the game. Oh well, it's what it is. Oh right, interact is square, or X on my controller. Oh, we get physics. Somehow didn't expect that. Can push things around, huh? To an extent. Yep, sure can. So far I cannot pick anything up. Just the wind, I'm sure. Ooh, that's gonna be a crystal menu. But first... Ah, replica sword acquired. Replica, huh? I did not have to actually interact with that. That's interesting. I just picked that up automatically. Replica sword. Damage 7, speed 25, reach 3, guard 40%. Okay. Backstep 60. Thrust... Backstep 60. Thrust 5. An expertly sculpted piece of stone made to resemble the steel longswords of the castle guard. Not an elegant weapon by any means, but better than nothing, for sure. Okay. No weapon XP. So, this... I guess the manual said that not all weapons, that some weapons might level up, right? So I guess this is one of them. I wonder if this is going to turn into something actually useful. Actually viable if I spend the time required to level it up. Oh, okay, that's kind of weird how my hand is just floating there, but let's ignore that, I guess. Okay, I see in the top... Wait. No? Oh, that's... Okay, yeah, of course. So I can't just spam like this, spam attack like this, but I guess that's not suggested. Oh, read? Newest of the Fallen, take up your sword and fight. Thanks. Who places a new sword here for every new arrival? I mean, I appreciate it. Uh-oh. Okay, I cannot fit through there. Ooh, wait, that's where we came from. Interesting, so we have 2 ways to go. Can we... Oh, we totally can. Huh. Is that ever going to be useful? Will materials sometimes drop from these, or... Oh. There is also the faintest little crosshair. I'm not sure if that's even going to be visible on video. I can barely make it out in front of some backgrounds. It's nice that it's there, I guess. Okay, let's check out this crystal menu, I guess. Warp, that's good to know. Okay. I guess that's how many of these there are going to be. Or maybe not all crystals are going to allow warping. So otherwise, well, we don't know how far those are going to be apart, right? In fact, I was a bit apprehensive about starting this as a Let's Play in the first place, because while I was really excited to play this game, I'm not sure how well it's going to work as a Let's Play. I mean, I don't know the structure of the game, the scope of the game. I don't know if I'm always going to be able to find a save point to end an episode, for example, or how that's even going to work. I mean, I'm guessing that we actually have to save at these save points. I don't know if there's any form of autosaving. So that's going to be interesting to find out. Anyway, let's go left first. I'm assuming that at least one of these pathways is not going to allow me to progress. Never mind, we can at least make it this far. Seek the slumbering creature of moonlight. They are the last existing door. Okay, yeah, so we are looking for the one door that leads back to the surface. I guess that was suggested by the intro. The slumbering creature of moonlight, they are the last existing door. The creature is the door, huh? Fascinating. Also... Ah, yes, the weapon did gain some experience from destroying that barrier, I guess. So that's what's displayed underneath the weapon charge bar. That makes sense. Okay. Well, is that just the well? I guess it couldn't be because we landed over that way somewhere. Oh dear. Oh no, 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 no. I started slipping down the ledge, but it allowed me to jump. I can only assume that there is actually fall damage. Although, should I just assume that? I mean, I literally just saved the game. First death incoming. I actually died before even landing. Game over. Load. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, wait. This actually destroying the flowers also give you weapon XP. I think it does. Interesting. So you could technically, if you really wanted to, grind your weapon experience by just mindlessly doing this. Of course, I would never consider doing such a thing. It's just silly. That would just be silly. Okay, let's not jump down there. Oh. Oh, that did break eventually. Surely there's gonna be something useful inside the breakable thing. Yep, that didn't take that long. Ashes acquired. Probably should be... Yeah, okay, that's... Yeah, I need to get used to actually charging the weapon. That makes a lot more sense. River of Death. Interesting that it displays the title of the track currently playing whenever it changes. No interaction with this corpse. No, I'm not gonna destroy every single flower. Stop it. Only the ones that are convenient, I guess. Oh dear. I'm already getting lost. Alright, you can actually hold B to walk slightly slower. That's interesting. First enemy! Okay, nice. We got enemy health bars. Ooh. I crippled the snail. I guess it's probably blind now? Oh, that's... I'm so sorry, I love snails, actually. Ocean bone shard. I keep expecting to be able to interact with these corpses. I guess not. Sorry, snail. 2... I guess that's silver? Yeah. Acquired. Alright. Oh boy. Oh, what? Wait, oh, it did actually die. For a second there, I thought I just knocked off its shell. With the snail actually still being alive, that would be kind of weird. I'm kind of hoping to run into some sort of dead end at some point. These tunnels keep going and splitting up even more. Oh, hold on. Temple of Silence, Hollow Basin. Yeah, okay, ouch. Ah, crap. I didn't expect the snail to be so fast. Get out of here. Right. So we don't know what's that way, but that way is to the temple, apparently. Not ominous at all. Did that just blink? Yep, sure did. Of course it did. Health vial acquired. Is that just a healing potion, or... No effect. Fair enough. Come on. Health vial. A golden vial of blood that fully recovers the drinker's vitality, given to knights during the subterranean crusades. These vials remain as a precious relic of that time. I mean, I'm assuming that this is not like an Estus flask that will get replenished, but just a straight-up consumable. It's probably still useful to... Oh, hello? Ah, there we go. to have equipped for an emergency. Ah, yes, okay. So don't accidentally hit up on the D-pad now. That would be unfortunate. Even more branches. Start. I don't know if we're ever gonna be able to jump or climb to any higher places, or maybe even just straight up fly through some form of magic or something. So I don't know how wary I need to be of things above me. Wait, this is where I was. Did I get turned around, actually? Or did we eventually find a loop? Hold on, is this back at the chasm? It is. Okay, alright. So at least I know where I am now. Is that where I first went? Hold on. Oh yeah, I guess I never did go this way. Wait. No, that's not right. Of course I did go this way, but there was... I thought I saw something glowing green in the distance. Not sure what that was. I guess it was nothing, just my imagination. Oh god, I also don't know what the secret door situation is. Those definitely existed in Kingsfield. And basically what you would do is just rub your face against a wall. Usually only particularly flat surfaces. Rub your face against the wall and spam interact. And sometimes they would catch you for doing exactly that by having traps that would just, you know, little spears that would just shoot out of the wall. As a little gotcha moment. Ah, right, this is the gallery that I never fully explored, or rather, where I didn't take this exit. Oh. Okay, more silver. Money is definitely not coming in great quantities. You're a particularly big snail. Hold on. You wouldn't be friendly, would you? I mean, you're not attacking me, so I'm guessing you're one of those docile creatures. Hi, friendly snail. Oh, I'm so tempted. Should I do it? I have to find out, right? I'm so sorry, milk snail. Sorry, milk snail. Oh god, I should not have maneuvered myself into this corner. Oh. Right, I also completely forgot that we can block. So if I do completely corner myself... Oh, sorry, man. Ocean bone shard acquired. Surely that's a very, very rare and valuable item that was worth murdering this peaceful creature for. I know we got one of those from the first normal snail we killed too, so much for rare and valuable. I mean, it might still be, who knows. Pretty. God, I hope they are not gonna try to trick me into walking into deep water. It seems like it so far is pretty benign and the water is all shallow enough to survive. I don't trust you, little big, not little at all, big bug thingy. Kind of reminds me of a silk strider, was it, from Morrowind? Obviously a lot smaller than those. Hold on. Before we venture into that territory. Okay, there are more of them. Are they all gonna be peaceful? Do I care? I kinda need the experience, is the thing. And materials they might drop. And what better to farm those to farm for those kinds of things than these relatively peaceful creatures, a shulker. Okay. It's also taking extra damage in the face. I guess that makes sense. Different creatures might have different kinds of weak points though. Obsidian. I mean, I'm sure we're going to be surrounded by completely aggressive enemies soon enough, so I should probably welcome the ability to, you know, focus, to practice my fighting against easier foes like this, even if it feels wrong. So many ways to go. Water seems a little bit deeper here, but we're still fine. Were you gonna attack me? No. Wait, I'm sorry. Do you eventually just attack? I didn't mean to let go of the attack button when I did, apparently, but the game apparently thought that I did. Well, we're almost there for the weapon level up. No, actually, we need to find a blacksmith's grave, was it? Dang it, so I don't even know. Oh, and we have... Wow. Okay, so I'm accumulating enough experience for several level ups here. That's actually good. At least. Hello? Anyone in here? Is this a trap? Are there gonna be traps? They're definitely gonna be traps. Who am I kidding? Nothing spawning behind me. Surprisingly. Nothing dropping in from above. No holes in the floor. Okay. Surprisingly benign, but we are still at the beginning of the game, so things will change for sure. Will this loop back to somewhere we've been? There was that one path deeper into the water-filled caverns, the flooded caverns. Ooh. Oh god, treasure chest. Not guarded at all. Is it a treasure chest or is it a coffin? Actually, it looks more like a coffin, perhaps? It does open, though. First magic. Flame spear. Okay. Type aggressive, as opposed to, I guess, defensive or restorative. Fires a flaming javelin, a weaponized form of pyromancy created by Fire Witch Ashley. Okay, cost 10 out of my, what, 50? Cast time and damage. Okay, well. There we go. Yes, 50 mana, so we can cast that 5 times. Are you the one from the manual? The one that's supposed to be nice? You're not attacking. Yeah, I think it's probably supposed to be her. Look. Demi. Well, you look a little lost. Well, I wouldn't say lost. I'm still exploring. I think I'll be able to find my way back to where I started, so no, not exactly lost, but... This area is called Hollow Basin. It's the highest reached point of the Great Well. It's also one of the safest areas of the Great Well, except, of course, Wing's Rest. Is that some sort of settlement, I'm guessing? Speaking of Wing's Rest, I can spirit you there if you want. That's awfully nice of you, but... Righty, well, I'm here if you ever need to get there. Can I get back here? That's what I would like to know. Thank you for the offer. What do we have here, though? Is this some sort of shortcut? Oh? Does this actually connect? Oh, it sure does. So we could never have gone, actually. Couldn't have gone this way. So I accidentally chose the only way forward that I could have. Fair enough, I suppose. Does interacting with the crystal heal you? It does. Okay, so this will actually restore health and mana. And I guess your lunacy, maybe? I don't know, did it say that in the manual? Not entirely sure now. Hold on. Let's check out leveling. Level 7, okay. Ooh, and that each level up gives you several skill points. Huh. I guess we already got the health and mana increases that it lists there. I see. Strength defines maximum health and damage done with melee weapons. So yeah, we probably want more of that. Defense defines maximum health and how much can be blocked before your guard is broken. Okay. How much does our damage go up? Oh, it says so right there. Plus 0.3. I see. And defense gives 10 more health. It seems not terrible. Speed defines maximum running speed. I really do like that. I do like being able to just outright increase my movement speed in games. That also seems really useful in terms of, you know, actually avoiding stuff. Dex defines jump height and damage done with ranged weapons. Ooh, jump height, huh? That is actually kind of wild. That is a thing that can be leveled up. Int defines maximum mana, spell damage, and how fast spells charge. I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea of eventually playing a more magical focused character, but I think for this one, I'm going to stick more to melee and, well, utility stuff. Resistance defines how long status effects take to wear off. Ooh, yeah, that seems like a thing that you should probably want to invest at least a little bit in. I mean, we have plenty of points to spend. More damage is nice, but let's roleplay the thief kind of character and focus a bit more on speed and dex, perhaps, or at least definitely put a focus on those, because I really do like the idea of just being fast and also able to jump far. That's kind of crazy, actually. Yes, I guess that's fine. Does it already feel faster? Maybe. That could just be a placebo, though. Well, this is fascinating stuff for sure. So I think I actually explored all the viable paths, all the possible paths, the side paths and branches on my way around, except for that one in the water cavern. So we have that to explore, or we could take Demi's offer to get teleported to Wing's Rest. Also, I could wrap up this first episode here, but I've spent so much time on the, you know, character creation and intro, and then just exploring the menu and the manual. And I feel like I can do a little bit more actual gameplay. Guess I'm gonna aim roughly for the 1 hour length for these episodes. Maybe try to generally stay below that a little bit. But at least for this first one, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit longer. So this is the room to just add a potion? Yeah. Enemies are not actually back, it seems like. Yeah, I mean, they definitely aren't. I can only assume that things will eventually respawn. But, the fact that they don't do so very quickly, at least, certainly... Well, certainly interesting in terms of, you know, potential for farming and grinding. Honestly, a good argument for taking Demi's offer would be that we might find one of those blacksmith's graves in Wing's Rest. Ooh, I guess there's an item in the distance. Interesting that you can see the glowy effect around it, yeah. Through the mist. I'm guessing there's a mana potion? Mana vial, yeah. Alright. I guess I should probably experiment with spells a little bit as well, if I can find another enemy. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think this is the end of the line. There's nothing else here, is there? Well, there's another ring. Ghost Light. Interesting. A utility spell, presumably? Conjuring. Summons a spectral orb of light that follows the caster for 60 seconds, useful for illuminating the depths of the well. 60 seconds, okay. Also costs 10. No damage, of course. I see. Yeah, weapon ready to level up. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm glad that I did check this out. In that case, let's head back to Demi. I hope that I didn't miss any other side passages. Maybe I should just look around one more time. I think I killed everything on the way as well. Yeah, this was just a little loop. Let's try this. Oh wait, that's not... This is the light spell. Okay. Ah yes, this is the temple entrance. Okay, what exactly is it? Temple of Silence. Hollow Basin. Okay. So if we ever get the... Temple of Silence key, we know where to take that. Okay, right. Will I ever... I wonder if it's possible to level up your speed and dexterity to a point where you can actually make the jump up there and climb up that way. I mean, unless there is an upper limit to those stats, then I guess the answer is probably yes. Because it doesn't... I mean, it's obviously way too far for us now, but it doesn't seem completely out of the question. So that's definitely interesting. Of course, there could also be another way up there for less dexterous and agile characters, but... Okay, interesting. Well, I think that's enough exploration for now then. We're gonna save, yes. And next time we're gonna take the teleport to Wing's Rest, because it seems like that's the only way we can go. Which is interesting. I wonder then if that also means that Demi is actually not killable, because if getting teleported by her is the only way out of here, then killing her would be kind of bad. I mean, it would be bad for multiple reasons, because obviously she's nice, or at least she seems to be. But yeah, let's maybe not risk that, right? Although part of me wants to find out just for the sake of science, but I'm gonna attack some friendly NPC on accident sooner or later. It's just gonna happen probably. My finger's gonna slip, or I'll mistake someone for an enemy. So, you know, it'll probably happen organically. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. I gotta say, I'm very intrigued by this. I'm definitely enjoying it so far. No idea where this is gonna go in terms of difficulty, in terms of scope, what we're gonna see. But I'm excited for it. I hope you enjoyed this first look as well, and are also excited for more. If you are, leave me a comment, hit the like button, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.